Hello, I'm Jasmine. This is Louisa. Welcome to our home. Welcome to 2020 Sustainable House Day. I'm going to take you on a quick virtual tour of our house and tell you a little bit about some of the sustainable features that we have here. I'll try and keep it brief because I don't want you to completely lose interest and you've got lots of other houses to look at. So right now I'm standing in the lounge room, which is at the bridge between the old part of the house, the original part of the house, and the new part of the house. So about 10 years ago we bought an old Edwardian house that was really inefficient, probably would have rated less than 1 star on the Nighthurst score, really drafty, really dusty, all that kind of thing. We engaged the fantastic team from Positive Footprints to take us through a sustainable build and a renovation. So we renovated the front part of the house to make it more adaptable as well as built a new area on the back. So what we did in this front part of the house is we laid additional underfloor insulation. We also laid floorboards, beautiful bamboo floorboards on top of the original pine floorboards because they weren't in very good condition and we weren't able to salvage them. So that made the floor a lot better insulated. We've put insulation underneath all the walls and we've laid additional insulation on the ceiling, or above the ceiling as well, to make it more effective. We've put double glazed windows throughout the original part of the house as well, so that makes it a lot less drafty. On the windows, all the windows are furnished with the fantastic honeycomb blind, which we find to be really effective in terms of keeping some of the heat out in summer and retaining some of that beautiful warmth in winter. The front part of the house, we replaced the door because that was quite ill fit, and it was definitely a draft point being that it was south facing. We were finding that we were catching a lot of the southerly breeze through the house, so we've made it a whole lot more tight, which is much more efficient as well. The new part of the house is it's fantastic. So we've got, it's a colour bond exterior with face change material built underneath that. And on this wall here, if you'd like to come with me, you can see we've used some recycled brick to create a reverse brick veneer wall, which also helps to maintain some ambient cool in summer. It's really fantastic. In terms of the electrics, so we've gone fully electric. We got rid of all natural gas because we didn't want to invest in anything that wasn't renewable. We're with Amber, a fantastic energy disruptor who allow us to invest in mostly renewable resources, which is also really good, and track our usage on a day-to-day basis. On this wall over here we've got a green switch which services the kitchen, so that means that we can actually turn off all of our appliances except for the refrigerator from one switch here, which is fantastic. It's just an additional way to preserve energy. In the bathroom over here we have, throughout the whole house, 6-star wells tapware, which helps us reduce our water consumption. It helps us to be incredibly efficient with our water usage. We've also got a red water diverter in the bathroom here, which means that every time we turn on hot water in any part of the house, it diverts all of the tepid water through to the tank out the back, the 5,000 litre tank, until it gets hot enough to actually use, so we're not wasting any water. The tank water then services the toilets and the laundry as well, so the washing machine. So we're using all of that tank water for those purposes too. So in this part of the house, gorgeous area here, this is our kitchen and dining area. So we've got ceramic tiles on all the floors, which, given that we're facing north, helps us capture any solar gain. So the floors heat up beautifully just with the sun in winter time because we allow the sun to come through those windows. In summertime, however, we block all of the sun so that it means that we maintain that ambient cool. And how we do that is we've got a fantastic little awning at the back that's just the right length to block that summer sun. And we can see that actually coming across as the seasons change. So it's really quite incredible to watch. Other features that we have out here, I suppose all the new appliances that we used in the house, we bought the most efficient appliance that we could afford, which was a sensible investment given our energy consumption is quite low. Okay, so we're in the upstairs part of the house now. So this is the room that faces north. This is the room I currently use as my office. It's a beautiful room. I really love it because the curved ceiling on one side and the slanted ceiling on the other. I think that this is it's a really striking view of the gorgeous build that Positive Footprints managed to get across the line for us. So this, as I mentioned, this room faces north. It's beautiful and sun-drenched this time of year. It's just a gorgeous place to work. We do find that it does heat up a little bit in summer, but certainly not uncomfortably so. We've got some really efficient split systems up here that we run generally from about 9 in the morning till maybe about 4 in the afternoon on those really hot days when we're not anticipating a cool change at night. Sometimes a bit later than 4 actually, sometimes sort of almost till dusk depending on how hot it is. But we find them really efficient, and they maintain a really cool temperature when we do run those up here. This is a gorgeous room. As I said, we can see a snatch of the reverse brick veneer here. Underneath these, or on this side of the room, we've got heaps of storage. It's been really efficient. It's a modest size room, but we have found that we can fit a double bed in here quite comfortably. So they're not too small at all. And as I said, heaps of storage. So hopefully the kids will be comfortable up here one day when they kick us out of our office and move up here more permanently. I'll show you around. Okay, so up here we've also got a modest sized bathroom. It's got quite a big shower actually, but just a small vanity and a toilet which services the rooms up here, or at the moment our offices. We've also got a fantastic Velux skylight up here, which also, when a cool change comes through in summer, we use to help draw out all of the hot air that's accumulated in the home, and we find that to be really efficient and really effective. So throughout this way we've got the south facing bedroom, which currently is being used as a bit of a dumping ground and another office. So my husband James works in this space here, and we've got a spare bed as well. In fact, there are 2 beds up next to one another. We're in the middle of cot bed transition, so we've got a whole lot of junk everywhere. This is a really gorgeous room as well, and it's fresh and lovely, and you get a great look of the slanted ceiling over this side and just a glimpse of the curved ceiling on this side. This south facing window, although it's the view is obscured by the roof there, it does let a whole lot of light through, and it's really quite bright and quite cheery. It's a really lovely space. We love it up here. So I suppose that's about it. We might take you outside if the weather holds off for us, and James can show you a little bit around the house and around the garden and all the utilities down the side.
Hi, my name's James. I'll show you the outside of our house. This is obviously the front yard. It is south facing. We put in a native garden here late last year, just before summer. Due to the heat of summer, we did lose a couple of plants, but it's coming along nicely now. We also chose some shade tolerant natives, just because this area of the yard doesn't get much sun at all. This is obviously the front facade of the house facing south. During the build, we put in some double glazing windows. Also, the builders replaced a lot of the weatherboards that were rotting and bad shape, so we managed to put insulation behind them as well. So it really improved the thermal efficiency of the front rooms, because they did often get hot in summer and also quite cool in winter. So we might go around the back now, and I'll show you the backyard. So now we're in the backyard. It is north facing, so it gets quite a lot of sun. You can see the new build of the renovation here. Nice big windows to let a lot of the light in during winter. We have this awning here as well that shades us in summer. It's clad in colour bond. We chose a light colour so it doesn't get too hot, and that looks great and will last forever. So what else we've got in the backyard? We have a second-hand cubby house for the kids. We've got a nice bird garden here. There's another planter box out the back that will get ready for spring, so hopefully have a nice productive garden. Behind the cubby house there is a 5,000 litre water tank, which is obviously used inside to flush the toilets and also provide water to the washing machine. The red water diverters also divert their water into that, and we've got some taps here that we can use to water in the garden. We'll just take you down the side now to show you a couple of the utility areas. So down here we have just the utility spaces. There's air conditioners, the heat pumps are down there. They're actually running now, providing some nice warmth inside. Also the hot water tank, and As you can see, there's down pipes that are connected to the new roof that provide water into the tank that we just saw. So the rain's coming now, so we might end it there and get back inside where it's warm.